Steven Seagal signature pose in the video thumbnail. You know, he speaks like this. He speaks all quietly. I actually like Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal's a cool guy, but absolutely insane, guys. 100% positively insane. So, today what we're going to be talking about is Shaggy tried to warn us, guys. Shaggy. Now, who is Shaggy, guys? He was a Marine Corps member. He was in the military, guys. He was in the Marines, all right? The U.S. Marines, that is. Okay, not the British, not the Royal Marines, but he was in the U.S. Marines. Became a rapper. I believe he actually became a rapper while he was in the Marines as well. Pretty dope. So he had this quote, guys. It says, "Life is one big party when you're still young, but who's going to have your back when it's all done?" And then, yeah, there's like an ad lib of, yeah. Okay, and then it says, "It's all good when you're little. You have pure fun. Can't be a fool, son. What about the long run?" We're going to break this one down, guys, a little bit. So what does he say here? This is on Rap Genius. Life is one big party when you're still young. Shaggy is saying that when you're young... Hold up, guys, let me shut this down. Shaggy is saying that when you're still young, you're full of life, you are carefree, and you want to have as much fun as possible. There's less responsibility and more turn up, as in there's more parties, okay? Then at the end, can't be a fool, son. What about the long run? Avoid making stupid decisions. Think about the consequences later on in life. And yeah, a few different points there, guys. You know, I always say, man, you know, you probably shouldn't be thinking too far into the future, like 50 years. I mean, you should be thinking about the success that you want in the future, okay? A successful business and money making and stuff like that for the future, for sure. You know, at a point like, you know, if you want to become rich, it's not about savings, it's about getting income, right? We've all talked about that before. Obviously, you guys can put it into S&P 500, you know, and all that good stuff, and you make millions off that if you already have hundreds of thousands. So, all right, there's little outliers there, but what we're talking about in general is when you're young, guys, and I mean, this is for people that are like young, bro, right? Like just out of secondary school, just out of high school, like 18 to like 25, that sweet spot of like complete just degeneracy, guys. And I would say I don't even know a guy, okay, who like completely objectively captivated and, you know, what would be the word? Captivated and like completely used those years. I don't know anyone, guys. You know, very few people at the least. And I know some people say, well, I built my business at this time. I you know, whatever the case may be, I started working for a finance business. I started working for a big company. I did this, I did this, I did this. You know, you can waste it in multiple ways, guys. The people that studied that whole time and didn't party, they probably wasted their youth. Maybe they could have got, you know, into better relationships with girls. They could have gotten into better relationships with their friends. They could have built better friend groups. And then you have the people, which this is going to be most people who went out partying from the ages of 18 to 25 and they just did degenerate BS, right? And then you have the girls who probably studied and did that stuff. You know, they were innocent and stuff. They didn't really see much of the world, let's say, till 25. And then you have the girls that were just in a different bed every single weekend, you know, in college or whatever the case may be. So there's different layers to this one, guys. There's different layers to the kind of captivating and... captivating is not the word. Really, you know, pinpointing and drilling down your youth, guys. Really using and optimizing your youth. Because I kind of said this a bit yesterday, like, when you get older, man, you just start to get tired, dude. I don't know what it is, like I'd have to check my testosterone levels, but I think they're pretty high. Like, if you work out and if you have a low body fat, you're going to be somewhat high testosterone, especially me. So when I work out, after I work out, I feel insane. I haven't worked out today now, but I'm going to work out tonight at like 6 o'clock. I'm training a group of 3 clients in Canada, so pretty dope, guys. I was able to do that. If you guys actually want to reach out to me as well, just hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on YouTube, you know, all that good stuff, guys. DM me. County Gains everywhere. County Gains on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. But getting back to the point, guys, like, the youth that you have, man, really doesn't last forever. I think, like, every single person is so to an utmost point clueless and really naive, guys. You know, when I was 18, 17, just leaving secondary school, I felt amazing. I actually feel still physically just as good at 17 as I do now. Very, very similar at the very least, guys. Especially if I cut down weight a bit more, I still have that same stamina and stuff. In terms of, bodybuilding and whatever, the fitness that you guys will have, most people will be great into your 28, 29, up to 35. But after that point, guys, 35 and stuff, if you haven't really drilled down what the hell you're going to do for the rest of your life, or what you're planning on doing for the future, you don't have to have things figured out. But if you guys don't know, okay, this is my identity by the age of 30, or this is my identity by the age of 40, or 35, it's going to be really tough. My suggestion, guys, is to really just try a bunch of stuff. Try not to waste your youth too much. I think that one of the only regrets I have, and I don't drink at all, guys, is probably drinking, right? And what do I mean by that? Because I would go out for years and not drink with people. I never really drank at all anyways, so this isn't really relevant to me. But if you're one of those guys that drink every single night, and all my friends were like that, every single night, you know what I mean? And you can party, guys, there's no objection with partying. The partying really doesn't, because I'm a real different guy than a lot of people, guys. I don't think taking drugs, partying, I don't think any of these things are actually bad. A lot of people come on, fresh and fit, and these guys, oh, if you do drugs, you're a degenerate. If you do this, you're a degenerate. Now, I never did any of that stuff, but I'll tell you guys what. I don't think it is, guys. I don't think that these outside external things are going to have a big impact on your day-to-day. I know people that do all the drugs in the world, cocaine, I don't think any of these things should even be illegal, guys. I think that everything should be illegal. Drugs, whatever. It's kind of how they affect you, guys. If you can't mentally control yourself to not take flipping whatever, something that's going to detriment you in the long run, I don't even think smoking is unhealthy. But if you do it for 20 plus years, then it becomes unhealthy. You see, guys, there's limits, right? And people are such little bitches, man. I swear to God, even in the city I go to, all my friends are flipping, badass. We party, we have fun, but it's doing the work when it's necessary. You can go out and party on the weekend or during the week. I'm not even against partying during the week, guys. I love that shit. Going out on a flipping Wednesday afternoon when you have all your work done and, all right, let's light it up, guys, because, we're good to go. That's not going to hinder you guys in the long run. Now, I think that the side of that is you can't really do those things and be really productive. But I'm trying to say, if you guys can still be productive, it's chill. You have all these guys saying, oh, this stuff is, they're all holier than thou people, never do this, never do this. Well, the thing is, guys, you have to kind of live life a little bit too. If you don't live life, bro, you're going to regret this shit when you're older. And that's what I'm trying to say, man. The people that go out and party every weekend, or that party during the week, or in college and party, they may be, quote unquote, wasting their youth. But if they're having fun, bro, and they're whatever, doing well in their own path, if you're still able to get your work done during the day, and then you're able to kind of have, some fun at nighttime, go out, get with some women, do this, do that, have a few drinks with your friends or whatever. And I don't recommend drinking or doing drugs or any of that stuff. I'm just saying, I'm not personally morally against that shit. People are such little bitches when they're like, oh, don't do this stuff. It's you do what you want to do, brother. Live your life. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be sitting up here telling you what to do. I'm going to tell you what might detriment your health, what might be worse for you, what might be bad for you. I had a few Twinkies the last day. I love Twinkies. All right? I just bought them in flipping Canada. Is it good for you? No. Do they even taste that good? No. But I want to live my life, guys. I want to enjoy life as well. Did it hinder my performance? No, guys. Did it hinder my performance? Absolutely not, guys. It didn't hinder the performance because I put it into my macros. And if it fits your macros, is good to kind of have a guideline. Obviously, I wouldn't stick to that long term. But the sort of living your life, has to be done too, guys. But what I'm trying to say is, don't have the living your life sphere overtake the flipping, the youth and your actual purpose in life, guys. I go out for the last few months. I've been going out with my friends pretty often. I love that. It doesn't hinder my performance whatsoever, guys. And nor should it hinder any of my friends' performance. And I don't think it does. They all have great jobs. They're all, whatever, working out. You don't have to be in shape and ripped. But, just the performance is what you want. All my friends do that stuff, guys, and I love it too. I love hanging out with friends. It clears your mind and it makes you feel better, guys. So then you can work harder. You understand? This whole thing of just isolate yourself, monk mode for a year. If that's you guys, and I lie. I kind of did monk mode for a year, 2 years, the last 2 years, because I had to kind of elevate. I'll answer all questions at the end, guys. I had to elevate myself because I didn't feel that I was on a higher level in terms of work ethic. I had that work ethic in the gym and in different areas, but in terms of what I had to do on my day-to-day basis, I felt like it wasn't to a standard. Like I have to get like 10 videos done or 5 videos done. They have to be a certain standard, and I have to grow, 100 to 400 subscribers a day on YouTube. I have to make a certain amount of money on YouTube, and then you can kind of build from there. Doing monk mode for 10 years isn't going to benefit you guys. You're not going to get much out of that, in my personal opinion. You might get something out of that, but the sort of socializing aspect and getting friends in different areas of business and the mental health aspect, if you're just sitting at the laptop all day being a psycho, that's not really going to benefit you guys in the long term. Like, it might for a year or two. Everything is fine in the world for a year or two. Like I said, doing drugs for a year or two, maybe you could push that to 4 years, in college like people do, or 3 to 4 years, whatever. A lot of that stuff is fine, but you get to a point where like, something has to crack, guys. And that's why I think a lot of people talk about burnout this. It's because you're doing too much on one area and you're not getting enough return. If I did 5 videos a day on YouTube and I wasn't getting paid, let's say 10 to 40 euro a day, I genuinely I'd feel burnt out. I don't think burnout exists. I don't think depression exists. I don't think anxiety exists. I don't think any of these mental health, ADHD, ADD exists. I just think that a lot of the times society and yourself, you kind of like brainwash yourself almost into thinking like, okay, this is what I have to do to achieve this goal. Like, let's say I have to put up 5 videos a day on YouTube, and I mentally get so emotionally involved in it. I'm like, oh my God, like I cannot, live without posting 5 videos. That's not how life should be, guys. It has to be somewhat of a balance, and like I said in the quote, guys, Shaggy talked about this, guys, can't be a fool, son. What about the long run? I always say the long run is good. You don't have to focus too much on the long run. Focus on the today. Thank the God that I've just woken up today. I could have got a flipping blood clot and flipping died. God knows. You help that by working out, guys, and going for exercise and stuff. I went for a little jog today with the dog. A little, 2-minute jog, and I went for a big long walk as well. So there's different things that you can do to stop these bad things from happening to you, but thinking in the now and, if you're 19 coming into college, 20, I went to college at 20. It was a great age, guys. You know what I mean? I could have went to flipping the military. I could have went to college. I'm going to be honest, guys. If I was in the U.S. or Canada here, I guarantee I would have been like the police, a firefighter. Like, I see them. They all kind of look like me, like, tall and shit, like white guys, black guys, They're all like the same sort of even look as me, like, the haircut and shit. And I look at them, I'm like, oh yeah, I probably would have been a police or like something like that if I lived in like the U.S. or Canada. For sure, like, guaranteed. They're looking at me like, are you something like that back in, back home or whatever? But, I could have done anything at 20 years old, guys. And I kind of chose to go to college, which was a good decision. A lot of people hate college. I definitely nowadays, and this is a really controversial thing, I definitely nowadays would not go to college. And I look back on that as kind of a bit of a detrimental time. Not that it didn't inform me of anything. I just feel like the one positive thing it did is it gave me the confidence to like do stuff on the internet, the knowledge on like how to do different businesses, and I understand what college was good for. It was like philosophy lessons. I could like write out arguments like, why is this not a good idea? Why is this a good idea? It kind of gives you that logical thing. It's all philosophy. I wish I actually did philosophy in college. I would have loved to study philosophy. The psychology of stuff, don't really care too much about. It's cool. I like the psychology of stuff, but getting back to the original point, guys, I don't want to go too far off because I start to lose people. When you're 20, it's an amazing age, guys. 20, 21, really start to hone in like, okay, maybe I don't know, I want to become an astronaut, but maybe let me go to the army. That could kind of lead to something. Go do something that is kind of somewhat relative to what you kind of like in the future. Like, I did business, all right? There's nothing about YouTube or Instagram in that business module, but business is related to YouTube. But YouTube is a business. Instagram is a business, right? So you're kind of doing something that's not actually YouTube. Like, I can't go to college and study YouTube. I'm sure there's some places in the US that they actually have courses and all that. I think you can study a course on like Kim Kardashian or something in the US or something crazy. You can do courses on literally anything, right? In different colleges. I think maybe in Ireland we have courses on fitness. Like, I also did a personal training certificate at 18 years old. It took me 1 year to get that, or like maybe like 8 months. And it was 2,500 euros. So it was a great investment. I've made that money back tenfold, okay? Tenfold probably in the time that I've, gotten to training people over the last 2 or 3 years, and clients that I've got, maybe not, yeah, what did I make? Maybe 10,000 from that. So I've made back for sure the money from that. And obviously, guys, not even talking about my health, I've made that money back. but I know like, okay, I'm gonna be working out when I'm 70 years old. I'm gonna be working out at 50 years old, working out and staying somewhat healthy. Okay, you don't have to be ripped, guys. You don't have to be on steroids, or you don't have to be a roid head. But doing something that's relative to your field is probably beneficial than like, okay, like I want to, eventually work as an astronaut. Let me just go work retail. Like, it doesn't have any relevance to what your actual craft in the future is going to be. There's stepping stones in life, guys. You know what I mean? And those stepping stones start really young, guys. They might even start when you're in secondary school, high school, 16, 15. They might even start even younger than that. When I started working out, I was 15. So technically, as Ross from Friends says, technically, I actually was doing bodybuilding from 15 to now to 28. So, and that time passes hella quick. I'll never forget, guys. I have a friend, my friend, shout out big Chris, man. We love to arm wrestle and stuff. I love this guy. One of my great friends. I love this guy, right? Great guy. I say it to him all the time. No homo. But you know what I mean? I really like this guy. We're arm wrestling. We used to work out at 15, 16 in the school gym. I'll never forget, we were doing pec flies. We were doing all this stuff. That is now led up to me becoming a personal trainer, me making money from it, me doing business from it. I never even did business in secondary school, in high school. I'm just going to say high school because people know what that is, like in Spain. It's all over Europe. People use that term, and all over America and stuff. They use that term in South America. But when I was in school, guys, like, we did exercise. I loved working out. I loved personal training. So you kind of lead on from that, guys. It's not like you just hit one aspect and then something random. Oh, I'm gonna help do carpentry work, and then you just like never progress into something in that field. Like, I'm never gonna do for the rest of my life, probably anyway, intentionally, I'm never gonna invest time into something that's probably not going to lead to something down the path, down the same trajectory that I want to go on. I love fitness. I'm probably not gonna invest in, I don't know, guys, some fast food business, okay? And if I do, it'll be a business decision, right? So there's different ways, there's different aspects. That's not a good example. I love fitness, guys, so I'm not going to invest in, a trade. I'm probably never going to invest in a trade. I'm probably never going to become a plasterer or a carpenter or whatever, guys, a metal worker. Like, it has to be something related to my field. If someone came to me and said, Chris, I'm opening up a juice factory, and not that juice, guys. I know you guys love that. You flipping roid heads. You guys love that. Oh, yeah, roided up roid heads. You guys love that juice. I'm not talking about that juice, guys. I'm talking about, skinny juice, or like someone came to me, hey, Chris, we have a Powerade company. You want to invest stocks in this? Yes, absolutely, because I know that field, guys. I know Powerade. I drink Powerade all the time. I drink all these different drinks. I love, juicing my food. I love fruit. If someone came to me with a fruit business, it's related to fitness. So always do something when you're young that's related to the stuff as you get older, guys. Don't just think short term. And if you are thinking short term, that's fine. Like I'm trying to say, I really need to smash home this point. Short term thinking is absolutely perfect. I love it, guys. I do the same thing. But make sure that short term thinking is like kind of based in like what you want to do long term. Like, I can't tell you guys in flipping 20 years time what I'm gonna be. I just know that it has to be something on the internet, something on YouTube. Like when I first started YouTube, I wasn't even doing reactions. I wasn't making any money. I wasn't getting any clients from personal training. I was getting nothing, guys. Nothing. As soon as I started working for 80 hours a week on YouTube, everything started to roll in, guys. Everything started to piece together. And it wasn't even me really trying to do that. It was just me knowing, okay, I gotta wake up in the morning. I'm gonna do work every single day. And then it's eventually gonna turn into something, guys. You have to put the work in, guys. I'll leave that for another video. I love to talk about work ethic. You guys know I love to talk about that shit. So I don't want to talk too much on these videos because people say I talk too much. But I need to give you guys some sort of qualified actual experience and, help out people a little bit. That's what I love to do, guys, honestly, right? I'm going to do 6 videos today, guys, so stay tuned, man. These live streams are dope, though. If you guys enjoy these live streams, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if you guys like them. Hopefully, I can collaborate with different people. I see some other people in Ireland doing motivational videos. There's a different podcast, The Pear Pod. I think one guy, The Pear Pod, is like a pear, like a, I don't know if that's his name or whatever. Hold up, guys. Let me do the Steven Seagal pose. Sorry. The Pear Pod. Yes, we have to do The Pear Pod. Or there's also another one. What the hell's the name of it? I don't know. There's a bunch of podcasts in Ireland, and there's a bunch of guys in Ireland as well that do like motivational videos. So hopefully I can link up with these guys and give you guys some motivational shit, man. You know what I mean? Because that's what we want to do, guys. You know, we don't really have too many podcasts in Ireland that are actually popping. We don't really have too many actual, you know, people that actually help people, guys. People that are able to help people long term. So, yeah, guys, we're going to read out some comments now. I love you guys all, man. Because I got 6 videos to do, I'm going to read out some comments. Lols, Eds, love you, brother. Hello, bro. Talk, sick, hey. Fact, yeah, bro, I do like your reactions. That's fire. I appreciate you, brother, bro. Loads of reactions coming. The reactions are never stopping, guys. Reactions is my bread and butter, man. Dish that shit up. Let me eat it. I freaking love the reactions. It is my favorite thing ever, guys. And it opens up a huge world. It's insane business. If you guys know anything about reactions, man, get into it. You know, if you guys want to do that stuff. But yeah, man, I love you guys all. Let me know other information that you guys want to see. I'll see you all in the next one, guys. Peace.